Hey, what's up everybody? This is Brandon Green, owner of Gold Element Autoworks. I'm on my way now out of town to go look at a 2010 G55. We're talking about the G Wagon. I'm really looking forward to potentially buying this vehicle. We'll see. You don't see, not the G55, the compressor, the V8. You don't see a lot of these on the market, and they typically do not sell for cheap. This one obviously is priced good enough where I'm interested in it. So I'm about to go check it out. It has the Designo interior, so it's like the primary color is black on the inside. The leather is a beige. So it's a two-tone Designo with the Alcantara headliner. The exterior of the truck is black. So it has, I think, about 140,000 miles on it. And like I said, 2010. So the asking price, I won't say, but it's a very fair price. And so I'm very interested in buying it. I'm willing to drive a couple hours to go see it. And hopefully it is everything that I want it to be. And if it is, then that means that I will be an owner of a G Wagon. So I'm so looking forward to that. Why did I choose the G55? Why am I interested in that? Because it's the same 5.5 liter V8 that is in my wide body CL55. And that compressor motor is easy to upgrade. It's easy to get additional power out of it. With it being a supercharged, not like the previous 5.5 liter that Mercedes used. It's actually a 5.4 liter, but the previous 5.5 is a naturally aspirated AMG. And that one I'm not fond of because you're limited on your capabilities of upgrading it. It is what it is. They're both hand built, but the advantage of the supercharger, the compressor, is that you can decrease the size of the supercharger. You can get it tuned. There's a lot of upgrades that you can do to it. Like on my wide body, I did the long tube headers by NVH. So you have a lot of options with the compressor motor. You can get a lot of power out of it. They already come factory. I think on the G Wagon, it might be like, it has 500 horsepower and 516 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah, that's right. 500 horsepower, 516 foot-pounds of torque. Impressive. Yeah, so there's a lot of power in that for for what you're paying for the vehicle. You typically see the 2010 G55 selling for about anywhere between 50 to 80,000, depending on the mileage, which is great. I mean, that's a lot of power for that price in comparison to a newer 2020 and up 6.3, a G63. Regardless of the displacement, it has more power. Of course, I feel like 570 horsepower. I don't know. I can't remember. It's 500 and something. The 6.3. I'm just speaking off the top of the head. I can't remember exactly, but the point I'm trying to make is you'll spend $200,000+, and in some cases $300,000 for a G63 AMG, but you can save that $200,000 plus and buy you a G55 compressor V8 AMG and still have very much impressive power, very impressive horsepower and torque. You don't have the modern features on the interior. I know with the newer G Wagons, you actually feel like you're in a S-Class, like a modern S-Class, interior-wise. The earlier body styles of the G Wagon have more of the characteristics of what you expect from a G Wagon. It's a more rugged off-road feel. It just has that unique G Wagon character that created the desire for these trucks. So now it's such a popular vehicle. People are buying them for the luxury aspect, for the status and appeal that it gives. And so they're more concerned about the luxury, but the older G-Wagons were known for their ability to handle off-road conditions, and you bought them for that purpose. But then, of course, it became a status symbol once it was imported into the United States in the early millennium. that is what it is. Why am I interested in it? Well, because to me, it is the epitome of the Mercedes SUVs. Sure, the GLs are very nice. You know, I have the GL550. My wife has a GL550, but as a matter of fact, the one that I have is a 2010. So we're talking about the same year Mercedes. But the vast difference, of course, is, well, this one is an AMG hand-built engine. Can't beat that. Also, it's just, it's a big square SUV built to last forever for off-road. Military styling to it. Looks like you can take that thing through Jurassic Park. You know, it's a real truck. It's a real SUV. What they call it, a body on frame. Has a you know, locking differentials and a solid front axle. I think the newer ones have the independent front suspension. This one is a real truck. They built these things to like really handle getting blasted by a missile in the Middle East or something. I mean, these things are, you know, super SUVs, man. So I think me being who I am and what I want to be regarding my business, I want to be diverse in my experience with these cars, with these Mercedes models. And there's certain cars that I feel like I just gotta have in order to identify my brand more appropriately. And I think a G Wagon is one of those vehicles. I've had several other models that I think really have helped me to become confident in the Mercedes brand, and also the experience that you have to actually experience, you know, in order to confidently say what I say regarding the Mercedes brand. The craftsmanship, the quality, the engineering, the technology before, you know, modern technology, just the forward thinking of the Mercedes brand really is expressed to a lot of the cars that I've driven and that I've owned. And I think the G Wagon would be probably the epitome of my progressive, I guess, development of the business and personal development regarding Mercedes expertise. Now, I'll never reach, I'll never stop growing, I guess is what I'm trying to say, though. I'll never get to the point where I'm content or I'm satisfied, because there's always more to learn and always more to experience and always more to grow. But I just think it's a staple. I think the G Wagon is definitely a staple. It's a level that I'm trying to achieve. So I know I'm talking a lot regarding my reasoning behind trying to acquire the G Wagon, but I just feel like it's something that I just got to do. So anyways, there's a couple other, you know, things that I have planned in the future regarding some moves that's going to help my business to grow. But as of right now, I want this G Wagon. Got to get it. I got to add it to what I have. It'll be a nice compliment to the CL55, the wide body. I mean, to pop both hoods and see the same motor. Woo-wee! Yeah, that's interesting. I got to do that. That's dope. But I'll update this on progress regarding this vehicle if I'm going to buy it or not. I'll see if I can snap some pics, maybe even take some video of me checking this G Wagon out. See if I can, if the owner doesn't mind. I am buying this. If I do buy it, I am visiting a private owner. This is not a dealership, but this is a private owner. And in my experience, a private owner is the best way to buy vehicles. Now, some people say, do you go to auctions? No, I don't do auctions, because not only are you competing with everybody else there, which I'm not comfortable with, but you have no idea what you're really buying until you buy it. At least private owner, you have extensive history. You have somebody you can talk to who has personally driven and owned the vehicle and hopefully done the maintenance on it, so you can get all the history on it. You go to a dealership, they're very limited in what they know. Sometimes you get great deals. The best deals you can get from a dealership is knowing somebody and catching an early trade-in, something that you have early access to. Once it hits the market, once it's on the lot and it's being sold to the public, there's no longer any deals. It's just what it is, especially in today's market. So a private owner, you know, oftentimes they're given a number, a trade-in number, and that's what you're competing with. The trade-in numbers are typically low, and the owner of the vehicle typically would like to get more cash than what, you know, they'll get trade-in value for. So if you can beat that number, you can get a great deal. I just don't like when dealerships inflate the trade-in value, because once you take it there, then whatever. Sometimes the negotiation is based on false perception and false information from the dealership. Whatever. Anyways, that's how I like to buy vehicles as a private owner. I think that's pretty much how I bought every car except my wife's GL. And that was kind of like my last time I said I'll ever go to a dealership, because they got me. I already know I paid too much, and they lied about some things. So that's just how it goes. You almost have to accept that. Anyways, I'll be in touch. Like I said, let me see if I can get some good pictures and some good videos, man. See if I can add either to this video or make another one. We'll see. Pause for now. Let's see what happens. Here you go, guys. I'm driving it now. This is the 2010 G55 AMG. What a beautiful vehicle. What a beautiful vehicle. I'm getting a little beep here. See, so there's a SRS light that's on, and it's looking for me to buckle the passenger side front seat. Now I'm cruising through this neighborhood. So I'm not driving fast, of course. I'm just cruising, taking my time. It's a nice neighborhood on a golf course. Very nice. And I don't want these people thinking that I'm stealing this vehicle if I'm driving it fast out of here. I'm already black. That's enough to be worried about. That's so racist. But true. That's the funny thing about it. Okay, anyways. Okay, so it is fairly bumpy. It's not like driving my GL550. This thing definitely feels firm and rough in comparison. It doesn't feel like you're driving a luxury SUV. It feels like you're driving a Jeep. Now, without the independent front suspension, it's not going to handle uneven road conditions the same. The car will give way. You will feel the road a lot more in comparison. That's why modern vehicles and modern SUVs, especially in trucks, have gone to the independent front suspension.